And welcome again, dear humans, into our auspices and our loving embrace, delivered to you in a frequency and a vocalization. And we hope that it finds its way into your heart and gladdens you. For today, we have a double meaning to bring forth for you in the way of a message and maybe a bit of a lesson. And that is your gifts and your presence. Now, your gifts are many things, and many of you still find them unfolding. And there is some hesitancy, some trepidation into how to bring those forth, or how to begin, or what to do with them when they emerge. Now, in some ways, if a small child exhibits great skill in drawing or playing an instrument in a musical fashion, then it is easy to identify that as a gift. And humans normally view those things in how they affect them. They may think that something is gifted because it affects them and lifts them up, which is part of the purpose. It is that passion which you are connecting with, which is inside each of you. And although you may say, I wish I could do that, if you reflect on that gift not as the physical representation, but as the energy of passion and excitement, then you can indeed do that. Every human can do that. You merely need to find out what it is, be led to that in most ways, and then act upon it and keep acting upon it as long as it brings joy to your heart, which is your greatest gift, not only to yourself, but to others. That is what we mean by your gift. And it is sharing it. And gifts of service. Gifts of service are more for the spirit realm or your extraterrestrial friends than they are for humans in ways. For they open up pathways of connections which would otherwise be too dense in order to have efficient contact without significant energy or effort. Now, please do not let those gifts of service for humans and other forms of consciousness, the critters and the elementals, and even the inner earth beings, we urge you to give gifts of service to all of them, to keep them in mind so that no consciousness is harmed. And that is a very tall task. That is a challenging thing. But that is the greatest gift that you can give to humanity, is that vibration of unconditional love, honoring and respecting all consciousness on your planet. For that will help bring in the wonders which you are headed towards. You are rocketing towards the new creation of Earth as a unified being. Yes, the entire Earth as a unified being and a unified consciousness. And that will enable all consciousness on it to live and to thrive and to please and enjoy their lives in a much greater fashion. And will allow the creation of Homo Galacticus and the acceptance of your extraterrestrial neighbors and others to help guide you into the future evolution of humanity. It is a great thing, and it all starts with your gifts. So do not shy away from your gifts. Once you identify them, share them, talk about them, and take action upon them. It is good for your heart. It is good for your soul. It is good for your creativity and your physical form. There are no downsides to sharing your gifts. For a true gift is only creative of joy. And go easy on yourselves. For even in that act of creation, which you may not approve of, you still are a guide and a teacher for many beings for how you express that creativity, that passion, that gift. And that is one of our gifts to you. And the second gift is your presence, how you impact others, how you perform that life of service to yourself, to the higher realms, and to those you encounter and around you. And to be fully present, not to be distracted in their presence, is not only a gift, but it is the best way to make your vibrations felt, to let other people know that they matter. So please do your best to be present in all ways and to focus on the individuals present. And if they are not present, then it's time to deal with your social media and scroll through your days that way. But when you are in the presence of another person, we urge you to give them your full attention, to make that connection, to work through the silences without reaching for something else outside you, to connect in an inner way so that they know heart to heart that they matter and you care. That is the bonding which is coming upon your planet. And you can show that example to others and let them know how good that feels to be in your presence. And although we will not be in your presence in a physical manner, we hope that we take up residence and maintain our presence in your hearts. And thank you for allowing us to come to you in this way, through this format, through your senses, and may it resonate with you so it fills you up and builds you up to a closer vibration, to open contact. Thank you for being present for us. We appreciate your presence. And we received.